Hi guys, I'm Paul McVeigh. Welcome to Wasted Lunch, the perfect place to waste your lunchtime. On here a little bit late today. Time is 5:03 Oven Standard. I'm usually on here at noontime, but been having troubles lately. Car troubles, vehicle troubles, and so I've been spending a good amount of today actually working on my car, or cars. We have two vehicles in the driveway, and now neither one of them wants to be good to us. Sean, what's happening? How you doing, dude? Sean, I was saying earlier that had to work on the car, and did, and put in a lot of hours. Me and my father-in-law have worked on this car a lot. We worked on it Sunday afternoon. Well, Sunday, oh gosh, when did we start Sunday? We started at a pretty decent time in the day, I think, and ended up working on it real late on Sunday. Yeah, and then still didn't get it going right. What's up, Mike? What's up, Jimmy? What's happening? Yeah, couldn't do the show earlier. Been fighting with the car. Mike says late lunch. You're right, man. Oh my gosh, been fighting with this car. Brake lines burst on it last Sunday, and my father-in-law and I, we replaced a bunch of brake lines. And what happened was, when we replaced the first one, those, I don't know, what year is the car? 95, is it? 95 Camry. And so one of the brake lines burst. We get under the car, start moving it around to get to it to replace it, and then a gas line broke. So then we had to replace brake line and the gas line, and then we replaced those, and then after that, and we're using the brakes, checking them before go on the road to try it out on the road, and then another brake line went out. It's just, Sean says, is it the van? No, it's not the van. So we still had the van for backup. It's like, okay, well, we got this van to back us up, because we didn't have this Camry until a few days ago. My father-in-law was let us have it to use it, and that was great until the brakes went out. Well, then the van last night, my son is backing it up and stuff in the driveway, and I don't know, I guess parked real close to the car, so he tried to start it back up and move it again, and then it would not start. So it seems like the starter went kaput. Mike says right next to each other. Yeah, both cars right next to each other. It seems like the starter is now out on the van. Okay. So, the Camry right now is kind of like a death mobile. You can make it stop, but you have to absolutely get that pedal to the floor to make that car stop. And so we have bled those brakes, I don't know, over half a dozen times, and still, the brakes are still mushy, and so that's what I've been doing. Yeah. Fighting with this stinking car. I am not a mechanic by nature, all right? I only work on this stuff out of being broke. That's out of necessity. That's the only reason I work on cars, because I can't afford to have somebody else do it. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. And my father-in-law, God bless him. How old are you, Carl? 74 years old, and he is on the ground, crawling under this car, you know, bleeding the brakes, getting back up, walking over to another part of the car, getting on the ground, crawling under it, bleeding that brake while I'm Mr. Pump It with the brake pedal. You know that. You ever have that dance? Pump it up, hold it down, pump it up, hold it down. And after you do that to all of the brakes about 4 times, you know, your leg feels like it's going to fall off. And that's, you know, where we were. I mean, today we even, you know, Carl tried to pull out some real hillbilly techniques to try and just see if something different would work. And wedged it in between the brake pedal and the seat, okay, to put pressure on it. And see, Jimmy says, that's what she said. I imagine that's in reference to the pump it up, hold it down. Jimmy. But, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's funny, but my God, working on the car is not, it's been terrible. It's been terrible. That's why I didn't get my show, that's why I didn't get on the show earlier. Also, supposed to have my youngest son over, visit with him, and, you know, well, that didn't happen either because of this stupid brake situation. So now, I mean, I could get away with driving this car, but it's spooky. You know, if somebody pulls right out in front of you, you're gonna hit them. That's all there is to it. It's no fun. What's going on with all of you guys? Anything exciting? I hope everybody else's cars are running good.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying a cold frosty hams right now. All right, it's not as cold and frosty as it was about 10 minutes ago. It's not that cold, but
yeah.
Anyways, yes, having a hams.
John's gonna look at it.
Me and my father-in-law deserve to have an ice cold hams after working on the cars, so.
Yeah, so he says
that's what we're doing. We're hamming it up.
Weekend should be done with.
Anything exciting going on with you guys?
Yeah, I put $400.
Let's see, Sean says my cat's in heat.
Yeah, they're gonna have to use Camry.
Now that was an answer in what exciting is going on with you. Well, you know me, I've already talked before when we had all those 8 million cats running around our house and they were in heat. I hate that. I hate the yowling noise and everything else.
For the Camry?
Let's see, Mike says Miller Lite with the dog. Okay, you're sharing a Miller Lite with your dog? Is your dog on a diet? Let's see, Jimmy is just getting home from work. All right, cool. Way to relax, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Jeez.
Dave's gonna come and get me.
Car trouble. You know, cars, something, you know, take for granted while they're running nice.
I don't know what
I'm not a mechanical kind of guy. Take them for granted all the time until, you know, something goes wrong and then it's like, why? You know. And then when you have 2 of them go wrong. Okay, Mike says, okay, I asked Mike about his Miller Lite with his dog. He says she's an alcoholic. He's got an alcoholic dog. We're going to have to go to AA meetings. Sean, still talking about your cat. Sean says, no, it can be quite annoying, especially when I'm trying to get some sleep. His cat's in heat. Maybe you ought to give it some Miller Lite. Maybe you ought to do what Mike's doing with his dog. Share some beer with your cat. And that'll help cool her down for being in heat. My wife found... Didn't you find a video about how to solve your cat from being in heat?
Yes.
Okay, in this video, it was disturbing. Okay, showed a cat and it's doing the yowling. It's in heat. And obviously the man who was videotaping it was like, he was, what, puppeteering a fake cat?
Yeah, a stuffed animal.
a stuffed animal cat, and he was like simulating, okay, coitus.
He's putting it on the
He's
cat's
putting it
rump.
on the cat's rump and pretending it was having relations with this cat that was in heat, okay? And, you know, for a couple seconds, that's one thing. But, I mean, the video lasted how long? It was a few minutes long, wasn't it?
5 minutes.
About 5 minutes of
But
this.
after
stuffed
the cat
animal.
felt satisfied, it was snuggling with the kitty
Okay,
cat.
and this stuffed animal is like undulating and rocking against a cat that is actually in heat, and it's disturbing to watch. And then what Teresa said, and then it showed the cat afterwards. It was satisfied, and they were snuggling afterwards. Let's see. Sean says, or a shot of whiskey. That thing will be out. Mike says, way to keep it PG. Yeah, well, I don't know. It was just disturbing. I'm just letting you know. Sean says, yeah, he might be disturbed. I'm just thinking about the guy who made this video, and I'm thinking, what the hell? I mean, you know, this guy is... Are any laws being broke, you know? Yeah, Jimmy says, ooh, kitty porn. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is this like... I mean, are there something being violated here, you know, besides the cat? Just... You know, it was funny for a couple seconds, and then after it keeps going on, then you're watching it, and you're like, you know... Is there something wrong with me? That, you know, and then you're like, well, I didn't make the damn video, but
You watched it.
But you watched it, yeah, you did watch it anyways, so, I mean, I guess that, I don't know, it was kind of bothersome to watch. You know, and you're just picturing, I imagine it was a grown man, you know, who was, see, what I thought at first was, though, I thought the guy, like, had a rubber band and stuck this stuffed animal onto his cat. But you're saying, Teresa, you're saying he was holding it onto the cat.
Yeah.
So he was holding it against the cat.
He wasn't doing anything with the key. He wasn't moving it. The cat was doing it.
Oh, the cat was backing it up to it.
Yeah.
The cat was backing up on it. But this guy's still holding this stuffed animal cat. I don't know. Jimmy says, like a train wreck. You just couldn't look away. Yes, something like that. Something like that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, just watching it and just thinking somebody took the time out of their day to make this video with this cat. It was... Sean says, hey, Paul, I just watched it. What type of stuff are you recommending to me? I did not recommend it. In fact, I would say, if anything, it was kind of a warning, all right? It was not a recommendation. Jimmy says, LMAO. But, no, I think, how'd you stumble upon it? Were you trying to find a way to deal with a cat that's in heat?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Shut her up.
All right, yeah. My wife was trying to figure a way to shut this cat up because it had been yowling and all that stuff. And that's what she found. Mike says, back thing up, show me what you're working with. Oh, gosh. Yeah, well, that's what was going on. I don't know. I don't know why people shoot this stuff, but it was, yeah. And now Sean watched it. Well, okay, if you guys watch a video and it disturbs you, then you've had your warning. But that was innocent fine there. My wife is trying to figure out how to deal with the cat that is in heat, and that's what popped up on YouTube. You know, I'll admit, you know, I'm like a lot of other people nowadays. You got a problem, you hit the internet, try and see if there's some easy way to figure this stuff out. You know, some easy fix, somebody else, you know, save yourself some trouble and, you know, hopefully there's something on YouTube, show you how to do something, you know, just like this car stuff. You know, this, I haven't looked at YouTube yet to find out how to fix this starter thing. My wife already YouTubed that stuff. So far, she found a couple. Found one with a German fellow working on the car, right?
On the brakes.
Oh, she found a German guy working on brakes. And a Mexican fellow changing the starter.
Yes.
Okay, and these people, they shoot the videos and they're edited and stuff. And not that their ethnicity has anything to do with it, it just gives it a little bit of flavor. But, you know, these videos are edited down and everything looks so damn easy in the videos. You know, because they don't show 20 minutes of swearing at your car and throwing tools around and screaming and behaving like a child. You know, they just show the good stuff, you know. In videos, everything looks so easy to reach when they're working on a car. You know, they don't have somebody like me, a 6'2" fat guy, trying to reach his arm down in between all kinds of parts and getting stuck in there. Sean says, hey people, just take your cat to the vet, and if you don't have the money or time, put it outside and let some other cat deal with it. Well, that's all right, Sean, if the cat's fixed, all right? But the problem we had with our horny cat was she wasn't fixed, all right? So we already had this problem with cats because their mama was a floozy and had bunches of kittens. So we didn't want more bunches of kittens, but thank God we are past that now. We've moved past too many cat problem, the problem of too many cats, and now we have the problem of automotive stuff going wrong. Okay. Let's see, last month we lost 3 appliances. Within the last 2 or 3 months, we've lost 3 appliances, right? Or 2. How many appliances did we lose? We lost our clothes washer, lost our dishwasher. Something else, I thought. Maybe not.
Oh, our air conditioner.
Our air conditioning thing for the house, central air, that went kaput. That was last month, and I think the month before. Now it's cars. Before that, it was cats and heat. Let's see. Sean says, well, a cat is only in heat if it's not fixed. Exactly. So, I mean, but, you know, the thing is, most people don't want to throw their cat outside and get it pregnant and have all the baby kittens to deal with. You know, I even joked with my wife before she found that odd video. I even joked and said, you know, maybe we could check out that Adam and Eve site and get the cat something, you know, to take care of that problem. And then my wife found that video, you know. But I even joked about it before that. I'm like, go to that ambiance store. Maybe they have something, you know. Joking around. But, you know, I'm not the kind of guy who would shoot a 5-minute long video of their cat with the stuffed kitten. No, I'm not. Oh my gosh. Long day, guys. How's everybody else's day went? How'd you guys dig? How'd they go, guys? Jimmy, you work hard. Jimmy's a flooring man. Mike, did you work? Sean, you're not working as far as I know. You're having the easy life for right now, right? Here I go. I'm about to have my last smoke. Oh gosh. Let's see. Mine is good, Sean says. So Sean's been having a good day. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys heard about my day. It's been rough. It's been a rough one. You know, and I think about back in the old days, you know. Let's see, Sean says until January, then he starts college. Jimmy says, I'm a lucky guy this week. I get to team the new guy who sucks at what he does. Ooh, train. Oh, you get to train the new guy. Oh, nice. Mike's been up since 4 a.m., nose to the grind. Dang. You guys have been having a hell of a time. Jimmy's dealing with greenhorns. Joe Cameron, my goodness, what are you doing, dude? How's things going your way? Everybody else has been working except for Sean. He's been taking it easy, sitting on his rump, waiting for college to come in January. Let's see. 5:24 according to my oven. So, Joe, I imagine you got home not too long ago. You have a good day? Yeah, oh my gosh. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm not going to be working on the car in the middle of the day tomorrow. I'm going to be working on it tomorrow afternoon. See, one of the good things is, in a way, okay, I have a mechanic that lives right next door to me. Okay, now the bad part is, of course, I don't ever have money. Okay, that's the bad part. The good part is I got a mechanic who lives next door. Bad part is I don't have money to, pay for that kind of stuff. Mike says in his parents' basement playing Xbox. Are you talking about Sean's in his parents' basement playing Xbox? Or are you talking about yourself in third person? Oh my gosh. Long day. And it was hot today. It was actually hot. I don't know what temperature it got, but it was hot. What, are you getting bugged by a bug?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, Mike's talking about you, Sean. He said you're down in your parents' basement playing Xbox. I bet he's right, too. See, yeah. Joe, I heard from Joe for a second. Wondered how he was doing. Yeah, Mike says Sean. He's talking about Sean. Yeah, one of these days, Sean's the next generation. He's going to be taking care of some of us in a nursing home. So we got to be careful what we say about him. Or else he'll be crimping our tubes, Stealing our chocolates and stuff that our family brings us. Which, speaking of, I don't know, maybe I've already talked about this movie before. Any of you guys ever see Bubba Hotep? Let's see, Sean says, we don't have a basement. We have a crawl space. That makes you even creepier if you're in a crawl space playing Xbox. No basement. I don't think I've ever lived anywhere that did not have a basement. Never. Everywhere I've ever lived had a basement. It's funny, I have my two oldest kids live in Alabama. Well, two of my older kids live in Alabama. Technically, my oldest does not, but and they get a lot of tornadoes down there, and nobody has basements down there. I don't get it. Sean says, whenever I think of crawl spaces, I think of John Wayne Gacy. Oh, Jimmy's saying, who's in it? Okay, Bubba Hotep stars Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell's in it, and he is playing a man who claims to be Elvis. Let's see. Yeah. Jimmy says, is it the guy from Evil Dead? Yes. It's the dude from Evil Dead. Mike says, I'll be safe in New York from Sean. See, Sean, now you got Mike worrying that you're going to pull some John Wayne Gacy stuff. A little pulling the magic trick with the handcuffs on him. It's not even funny. I shouldn't joke about it. It's not funny. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, Bruce Campbell's in it. He's the guy who claims that he's Elvis and ended up wrongfully being put in a nursing home. He claims that he exchanged his identity with an Elvis impersonator, okay? And ended up in a nursing home. Mike says, another great B movie. It was a good movie, especially if Jimmy says, yes, I have, but only parts of it. I did start the new Evil Dead series recently, though. I have not started that. I have to check that out. What made Bubba Hotep better for me personally is I have read Joe Lansdale's books, the guy who wrote the story, Bubba Hotep, and so I've really gotten to love that guy's sense of humor. So when I watched Bubba Hotep, it was extra funny for me because I've read some of Lansdale's books, which I think are excellent writing. Sean says, well, if you don't go down there, you may not come back up. Ha ha. Sean's working on being a serial killer. Jimmy says it's actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait. Hold up. I'm not sure if I can check out the Evil Dead series. Where is it? If it's not on Netflix, then maybe I can't check it out. Is it Hulu or HBO or something? Hell, I don't even know if HBO is even around anymore. I don't know.
We have Hulu.
We do have Hulu for right now. I thought we only had it for a trial run or something.
It was a.
You let it lapse.
Yeah.
We got roped into the Hulu thing. So I guess we still have Hulu, which is kind of a weird thing. You pay for it, but there's still commercials. But anyways. Yeah, The Evil Dead. What network or whatever is that on anyways, Jimmy? Because I haven't seen it. Which is silly if it is available to me, because that's obviously something I should be watching. Definitely should be watching it. Let's see. Sean's asking if anybody want to take a tour of my crawl space. I think you're having a little too much fun with that, Sean. Do you have bags of lime, too? Michael Lent says Stars. Jamie says Netflix. Okay, I have Netflix. Okay, I got Netflix. I'm going to have to check that out. Mike, when you said Stars, is that like another one of those TV channels? I can't keep up with how many there are now. These premium services. I got Netflix, and I guess I have Hulu still. We got it for some, free week or some crap?
30 days.
Free 30 days and let it lapse. Got roped into the paying for it thing is what happened to us. But I'm going to have to check out Evil Dead, the series. So I like the Evil Dead movies. Mike says, yes, that's what Stars is. Okay. Jimmy says, wasn't Crawl Space the name of one of the books on Gacy? Jimmy, I am not sure. I am not certain, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were a book called Crawl Space about him. Because, we all know why that would be a perfect title. So, yeah, that could be. Sean says, in all honesty, the only thing you'll find down there are some spiders, maybe even a widow or a recluse. Now, when you say widow, I think you mean spider, right? Not the desiccated corpse of some old lady, right? Mike said it also has Lucy Lawless in it. It's called Ash versus the Evil Dead. All right. I gotta watch it. There. Another one for my list. Jimmy says the old widow next door. Is that who's under your crawl space? You got an little old lady widow? Is she still alive or is she dead? You keeping an old lady down there. Sean, maybe Sean is living some kind of creepy life. Maybe that's why you waited so long to start college until January. You got some old broad in your crawl space. Might be a good idea for a book. Well, Mike mentions Lucy Lawless, and I must say, I know who she is, but I have never watched any TV shows with her in it. Wasn't she Xena the Warrior Princess or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never watched it. Pretty decent sized gal, isn't she? You know, like beefy. She's not beefy.
That was CGI.
Sean says, no, the spider, but my attic is a different story.
Sean's getting scary.
Getting creepy there, Sean. Getting creepy. I think you've been spending too much time alone. You know, and that's, oh, wait, now I'm thinking of, who's that guy in Cleveland who had the girls in the basement? What the hell was that guy's name? What was his name?
Something Soul.
That was the guy who was killing them chicks at Soho. But there was a Castro guy who had the live girls in his basement.
Yeah, he had chained up in the basement.
Yeah, had them chained up in the basement.
For 10 years. They were in there.
Yeah. Jimmy says he's got more than flowers in the attic.
Yeah, he tore the house down.
Yeah,
He's
because
got-
people were trying to go go in it.
Yeah.
He's got, let's see,
Carla.
Sean says, I gotta
Remember
take
her?
care of some
She went
stuff
down
when I
there.
go to Helltown.
And drove past
LOL.
the house.
Speaking of Helltown, now, now, Sean sent me a picture of a package. Now,